And so, I mean, one of the things, one of the reasons we have these webinars, basically, I told you when we spoke on the phone, is that there was a perception in awareness between what students thought they need in terms of skills and what employers thought the skills that were needed. So one of those big skills really was this confidence and understanding around data, no matter what profession we were. So whether it was law, accounting, engineering, education, there was still some way where data was coming into our world, and we need to kind of get a grasp around it, right? So, let me start with like the basic question is what do you think being data literate is these days in professions, particularly if you're not even studying anything related to data?
Yeah, that's an interesting question, and really to kind of understand why companies need that skill, I think we kind of have to go 30 years back. Right, 30 years back, there was a bit of a shift with the notion in the notion of business process reengineering, right? And Six Sigma arrived, right? And that was most famously practiced by what's his name, Jack Welch from GE, right? And really, what it did, it changed the way that people or organizations looked at processes, right? And in the meantime, it's been applied to all organizations in the Fortune 500, I believe, right? And it wasn't done by mistake, right? It was a movement, a revolution that happens in organizations. And there were early practitioners, right? And then ultimately you build a base of people that are doing it, and then people get training and certification in it all across the company, right? And that's exactly where data is in a similar fashion, right? It's a movement, right? So data was used in companies back in the day, right? But it's more prominent now, and rather than a couple of people in an organization, it's expected that everyone talks the same language, the data language, right? Everyone can make decisions based on data. Just like the workers, in the 1990s, people are unsure, right? They don't know what process reengineering is. That's where most companies are. They're unsure. They're not sure how to use data, and they're basically trying to include data in that, the trifecta of people, process, and technology, and how to leverage data in a more efficient way for doing that. Right.
And sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, go ahead. I was going to say, and that's where data literacy comes in, right? It's about being able to communicate with data on different levels within the organization.